How about a little something different? Instead of pasta with an Alfredo sauce, we go with spaghetti squash in an Alfredo sauce. Let's get cooking with style. I think the hardest part of getting the spaghetti squash Alfredo ready is this spaghetti squash. And these things are tough. You really got to be careful with the knife. Make sure it's going away from you. And to core them out, I like to use a big spoon and just get it in there. And don't be afraid to take a little bit of flesh with it, because we're going to have plenty of this stuff in here. There we go. All right, that's what we're looking at. I'm going to do the other one. We'll pop it on the stovetop. All right, what we're working with here is a stock pot, and I've got about 1 inch of water in the bottom. It's on a low simmer to steam. We're going to season the squash with a little bit of kosher salt. I'm using about a teaspoon on both of them. And then we're gonna lay this squash in on an angle, not flesh side down, but the skin side down. And we'll kind of tilt these in there, put this on top and let it steam for about 15 minutes. All right, let's take a look at this spaghetti squash here. Give it a little test. Yeah, that's done. So we're just gonna slide this off. We'll let that cool down just a little bit, and let's get this Alfredo sauce going. So, with this, to get started, I need a little bit of butter here. Almost forgot where it was. All right, in goes our butter. We're on a medium-high heat here. We're just gonna sweat this garlic just a little bit. Just enough to kind of get the aromatics opening up right there. And to that, because we wanna get it to open up a little bit, we're gonna take our nutmeg. We're gonna put a ½ teaspoon of nutmeg in there. And that heat will help open that up just a little bit. We're also going to take our black pepper, get that in there. I'm trying to get these flavors, these spices, to expand their flavor. So we'll saute that around just a little bit, and that's all. Now in goes our heavy cream, and then we're going to reduce this by about 1/3, and then we'll put the cheese in. All right, take a quick look at this. Look at the back of that spoon. You see how that stays separated? We know that's ready to go. Let's go put this all together. You may have noticed that I haven't put any salt in this. That's because we're putting Parmesan cheese in, and that's pretty salty, so we'll adjust at the end. Let me show you how to do this spaghetti squash. Now, I've done this before, but it's actually pretty easy. And notice I've let it cool down a little bit so I can handle it. You're just gonna be really gentle with the spaghetti squash, pulling it from the sides and pushing it down in, and it'll just fall out. And you see why it's called spaghetti squash? See these nice strands like that? Let's get that all out of there, or at least most of it. Set that off to the side here. Now to this, I'm gonna take a little bit of olive oil and drizzle it over the top, about 2 tablespoons. And we're gonna take a little bit of black pepper over the top. We haven't put black pepper in this yet. And we're gonna go light on the salt here because we already seasoned this just a little bit. And then a good healthy pinch of parsley. Give this a gentle toss, okay? So you incorporate those flavors, get the parsley mixed in. Now, if you want to serve it family style, which is what we're gonna do here, just have your bowl ready right there. I mean, that already looks really good, doesn't it? I mean, I love spaghetti squash, but wait till you see what we're gonna do to it next here. We're gonna take that sauce and put that over the top of this. So, we're gonna finish this sauce off just a little bit here. We're gonna take our Parmesan cheese and sprinkle it in. And it's still plenty hot. A good douse of parsley. And we're gonna mix this in. And I want you to try to incorporate it as best as you can. And then go ahead at this point, and this is where you'd wanna taste a little bit of your sauce here. So we'll take a little bit of that sauce. See, the parsley and the Parmesan cheese really make this all come together. So I'm not gonna add any salt. And we're just gonna put that over the top. So we'll have extra sauce left over because this is actually a serving for 4. I prepared enough spaghetti squash for 2. And then a last little pinch of parsley over the top of that. And there you go. Your spaghetti squash Alfredo. I'm telling you what, this is a main course, but if you serve this on the side, everyone's going to love it too. If you'd like this recipe and more, go to cbsa.com/recipes. Enjoy.